guys, Miss Tori here again. We're gonna go over lunge and lever today. This is super important. You're gonna use it in cartwheels, handstands, round-offs, walkovers, all the things. So it's really important to get this right. Make sure our arms are in the right position. Make sure we're strong enough in these positions to do it faster later on. So we're gonna start standing nice and tight, legs together. And we're just going to practice arms by our ears. So when you have arms by your ears, we want to have them like shrugged up by your ears, not just up like this, right? Because see, there's space. We have to cover them. So we're shrugging up super, super tall, squeezing our bums, squeezing our belly buttons in. Everything should be nice and straight and tight. We're going to hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Shake it out. And we're going to do that one more time. So ready? Everything tall. Pull your kneecaps up. Squeeze your bum. Squeeze your belly button in. Shoulders shrugged. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So lunge position. We're going to start with our favorite foot, but I want you to practice this on both sides, because when we do cartwheels, you're going to be landing on your opposite foot, so it's important to practice that position. Okay, so on our lunge, my favorite foot is my left. So I'm going to have my left foot in the front. Make sure our toes, both toes are facing forward. We're going to have the front leg bent about halfway. You don't want it too bent, and you don't want it straight, so right in the middle. And the back leg is going to be straight. And you want to have your heels flat so you can balance. No heel up. Push it down. So we're going to practice standing with our arms by our ears like we just did in our lunge right here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake it out. Switch sides. So opposite foot in the front. Bend our knee. Back leg is straight. Heel is flat. Arms by our ears. Shrug them up. Everything tight. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, so that is your lunge position. And notice too, when I'm in my lunge, I'm leaning forward just a little bit. I'm not like straight up and down. So that's how we're going into all of our skills in gymnastics. You're ready to go forward. This is called a 5-point lever. So these are all the positions of your lever broken down into parts, and they're actually harder to do slow. So if you can do it slow, then you're going to be able to do it fast a lot easier. So 5-point lever starts, your first position 1 is lunge. So you get in your tight position. This is 1. 2, you're going to lift your back leg off the floor just a little bit, 45 degrees. 3, you're going to go into a T position. So the bottom leg is going to straighten out. Your back leg is going to lift. 4, you're going to go all the way down to the floor. Leg up in a lever. So this is the lever position. 4, arms are still by my ears. And then 5, we're going to come up to our lunge. That's the hardest part. Back to lunge here. So when you're coming back up, you have to really think about pushing off the floor and getting those hands up quick, and then the leg coming down helps you to stand up. So things that can happen, especially coming out of it, is if you're in your lever and you put your leg down and then you try to stand up. So we don't want to do that. We want everything to move at the same time. So sometimes it's good to just practice that, just going into your lever and then pushing the stand. Go into our lever, push the stand. Super, super important. Hands come up first, foot comes down. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So ready? We're going to go to number 1, which is lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not as good as on this side. 5. Back to lunge. Ah. So opposite leg is always harder, takes a little more practice. Pro tip, where you're looking matters. So on a lever position, you want to be looking right between your hands. So pretty much most of the time when you're going to be tumbling, you're looking between your hands because you want to see where you're going. And this is good practice also if you have trouble keeping your eyes open when you're tumbling. Some people like to close their eyes and just wing it. You want to keep those eyes open so you can at least see the floor and see where you're headed. So again, when you do that lever, make sure your focus is looking out to where you're going to put your hands. So we're here, we tee, and then we're looking right there, right between my hands. And then when we come up, our head just follows with us. We're looking straight ahead. You don't want to look down, you don't want to look up, you're just looking straight ahead. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a drill that really helps with getting our positions right, and you don't have to worry about balance so much because you're going to be holding on to something. So I would normally do this against a wall, but I don't have an open wall right now, so I just stacked my mats up. So this is going to help you hit that T position really straight that happens in the middle of your lever. So what you can do is you start kind of back away from it because you want to be able to reach for the wall or reach for your mat stack. You start in your lunge super tight. Back a little bit more. You're going to lift that back leg. Number 2. Number 3. You're here. So you're going to hold that position and find that nice straight T. And then come back without moving our arms away from our ears. So what can happen a lot of times is we want to open our hips in the lever so that it looks like this. And we're like out to the side. So really focus on keeping your hips facing towards the floor on your T. Straight down. So you got to really squeeze your glute right here to keep that leg up tall. Shrug your shoulders. Work on that T. And then you got to lift your arms up to come back to our lunge. Really, really good. It's actually, it's harder than it looks like. Last drill we're going to do is helping our arms stay by our ears. So this is harder than it seems. A lot of people have trouble with keeping their arms up. They either drop them forward, or they're out to the side, or they're all kinds of places. So I have a band. You could maybe use a towel or like a long towel and have somebody tie it around your arms. Any kind of strap that you can put around your arms will work that doesn't stretch too much. So this one doesn't have a whole lot of stretch once I get it wrapped around. I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so it takes away the being able to separate our arms out from our head to the side and really helps you focus on keeping your shoulders shrugged, and it just keeps them by your ears. So when you do your levers, you can do it the 5-point lever, you can do the smooth lever. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can go all the way down, all the way up. So it just really drills it into your head that your arms have to stay by your ears. Super, 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 super important. If you go to a gymnastics class, guarantee that's going to be the thing that you hear over and over again. Arms by your ears. So you practice at home, then you won't make your coach say it 100 million times. One more common thing that happens in your lever is not reaching out away from your foot far enough. So a lot of times we want to do our lever and we go straight down here, and that breaks our line. What we want to do is pretend like our body is a seesaw. It's a straight line going up and coming down, and your bottom leg is the only thing that is moving really. So think about reaching long away from your foot as you go into your lever. Instead of the difference? So when you're tumbling and you're trying to get more power into your round off, if you break your line like that and you kind of slouch into it, you're going to lose so much power going into your round off. So when you have the slow 5-point lever down on both sides, I would say try to hold each position for like 2 or 3 counts so that you have a really good balance. And then, so once you have that down, you can start speeding up the movement. So you're gonna smooth it out. You're still gonna go through all the positions you practiced, it's just gonna go faster. So it will look like this. Starting your lunge, you're gonna go all the way down, all the way back up, all the way down, all the way back up. And just practice that, because that's going to help you in handstands, in cartwheels, in round-offs, front walkovers, front handsprings. You use this position in everything in gymnastics, pretty much. So there you go. You've got your basics for lunge position and levers. I hope this was helpful. Have fun, be careful, and God loves you.